Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Shireen Abdelmais, Project Officer and Accredited Center of Scientific Excellence Program Manager at the Science, Technology and Innovation Funding Authority. Now I'm going to talk with you about the Accredited Center of Scientific Excellence School 4, which have been launched on March, and the deadline will be on May 2020. The grant objectives is to support scientists' access to modern research equipment to improve the research quality, to promote the partnership between academia and private sectors, to establish the Accredited Center of Excellence based on existing capabilities and competence and serve the national priority, and to promote top-level research work serving the community, industry, and governmental needs. This will enable academic, industrial, and society collaboration to implement promising research outputs and services to solve actual problems existing in Egypt. The priority areas targeted in the call includes all the themes addressed by the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research as agriculture and food, the health and medicine, water, energy, tourism and antiquities, investment, transport and trade, strategic industries, protection of environmental and natural resources, information and technology and communication technology, as well as humanities. Multidisciplinary proposals are highly encouraged, and previously funded capacity building and center of excellence with proven success and revenue streams are encouraged to scale up and to reach accreditation. The Accredited Center of Scientific Excellence providing services to industry or private sector is encouraged, and special interest will be given to the industrial wastewater management. Eligibility criteria: any Egyptian research entity have well-documented scientific research and development activities are encouraged to submit. Each institution is allowed to submit only 3 proposals. Any extra proposals submitted will be excluded in the eligibility criteria according to the time of submission and date. The PI must hold a PhD degree and is affiliated to Egyptian institution, and the PI must be totally committed to fulfill the accreditation requirement. Previously funded capacity building or Center of Excellence projects must be finished successfully before the date of submission. Endorsement letter is needed and shall be signed by the head of entity and stamped with the official stamp of the entity. The research team must include young researchers, and the proposed Accredited Center of Excellence shall address the research institution's long-term research plan and give detailed need assessment, which is clearly identified in the proposal, with full gap analysis between the current position and the desired one to be reached after accreditation. Equipment requested shall be targeting the scope of accreditation. The grant has 3 phases which will extend along 3 years. Each one might be expanded for about 1 year. Phase 1 is for the establishment of the Accredited Center of Excellence Lab and accreditation documents. The second phase is to get the accreditation certificate for the initial scope, and the third phase is for the extension of the scope with full scientific achievement by the end of the project. The call was launched on the 17th of March and the deadline is on the 17th of May by 12 a.m. Funding decision is planned to be announced on the 17th of October, and contracting will proceed by the end of December 2020. Eligible expenses, maximum fund of 20 millions will be given for each accredited center of excellence. Equipment requested shall be essential for the test methods addressed in the scope of accreditation without any duplication. Indirect cost with a maximum of 5% of the modified total direct cost up to 150,000 Egyptian pound. The cost of sustainability after the end of the project shall be totally covered by the research institution. Incentives could be given for up to 400,000 Egyptian pound, and costs of equipment purchasing, maintenance and calibrations is allowed. Consumables and suppliers as well as materials are supported. Conferences, workshops for marketing of the lab services and the research outputs could be supported, and accreditation requirements shall be considered, including the calibration of equipment, participation in proficiency tested, and application for the accreditation bodies and others. Proposal submission shall be done by uploading the proposal from the PI account on STIFA or STDF website. Registration is required. Any proposal submitted from different account other than the PI will be subjected to be excluded from evaluation due to ineligibility. The submission is only given in one stage as full proposal. Proposals evaluation will be carried out by independent experts as 3 levels of evaluation. A panel of experts will evaluate the eligible proposal, followed by interview and oral presentation given by the PI, and the site visit could be carried out for the lab proposed. Evaluation criteria depends on the track record of success in the field for the institution, the PI and the project team, and proven experience in the field of the proposed accredited center of excellence. Identifying the customer need is needed for the services provided by the Center of Excellence targeted. Need assessment and the existing relevant research facilities shall be addressed. Research plan with clear objectives and expected measurable outcomes is required. The host institution's commitment to maintain the accredited Center of Excellence in accordance with the international standard is needed. The business model and the sustainability plan that ensure achievement and sustainability of the accredited Center of Excellence is a must. Fund payment. The project, after being approved by STIFA Board of Directors, will be contracted with the PI and the legal representative of the endorsing entity, followed by contracting installment dispersed at 3 levels. After contracting, the first fund installment will be given as 25%, followed by the first installment may reach 35%, and the second installment 30%, and final installment will be given in 10% after achievement of all the objectives addressed in the proposal. The project monitoring and follow-up include technical and financial monitoring. A biannual progress report is required on STIFA template for the technical progress report every 6 months. Any modification in the research team or the plan of work which have been approved by STIFA shall be previously approved before being implemented by the PI or the entity. The final report and achievement report shall be submitted to the STDF or the STIFA within 1 month of the official end date of the project, with a short video illustrating the Accredited Center of Excellence equipment and scope of accreditation for beneficiaries. A site visit will be carried out by STIFA representatives to ensure the final status of the Accredited Center of Excellence. Along the project, every 3 months, a financial report shall be submitted to ensure the accurate fund dispersed according to the contract. Other remarks which are really important to be addressed in the proposal: universities and research institutions are urged to apply for maximum 3 accredited Center of Scientific Excellence per entity, because any extra submission will be excluded in the eligibility check according to the submission date and time. Endorsement letter must be signed by the head of entity and must be stamped by the official stamp. Endorsement letters which are not signed or stamped or not submitted will be ineligible, will exclude the whole proposal from being introduced to evaluation process. So it should be considered. Accreditation shall target the proposed accredited Center of Excellence, not the entity submitting the proposal. And accreditation requirements shall refer to ISO standard according to the proposed accredited Center of Excellence activity. Example, it should refer to the 17025 ISO standard for testing and calibration lab and 15189 for medical lab. As we said before, the call was launched on the 17th of March and the deadline is on the 17th of May at 12 a.m. For more information, kindly contact Ms. Rania Hassan through the given email. Thank you so much for your attention, and I wish you all successful applications.